And we're live. What's going on, everybody? This is Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, the Middle Class Millionaire, For-Year Millionaire. I'm on the line today with my sponsor in Four Corners, Mr. Dawkins G. Say what's up to the people.
What's up to the people?
Yeah, we basically on here today. I mean, you know what time it is. It's past 11 o'clock, so I'm documenting my progress for the day in traffic monsoon, and I actually made some moves. I probably need to pull up. I don't know. I don't want to expose them people Gmail or nothing like that. But last night some traffic was running when I was on, and I got two gold members to my Power Lead system thanks to my traffic on Udemy ads. And I also had two new traffic monsoon signups, and I also had like three or four multi-stream system signups, and I even got one four corner sign up, all from what 50 something dollars, all from 50 something dollars, like 50. What was it? How much was it? $51. $51, I believe, got me all that last night. So big ups to Desmond from Udemy. That's my one of my solo providers. I only use three of them on Udemy ads, and he delivered last night, buddy. But once again, I'm Aaron Johnson. A little bit about my story of how I got to where I am before I get into my numbers, before you see any of my results. Remember, results are not typical, and we basically going to go over some things. So I started my journey February 24th. That's 2015. February 24th was my son's third birthday, where I was introduced. Uh, that night, it was probably like I don't know what time, but I finally looked at it the morning of his birthday. So the morning of his birthday, I already been talking to Dawkins G, and he had gave me the link, and I just went back to it, and I decided I'm gonna sign up for corners, $18. Let's go ahead and do this. And Dawkins G, tell you, I was on fire. I was on fire when he came over for my son's birthday party. When he came over to the house, it was like, hey, are we coming over for Darren's birthday? And I was like, man, I'm signing up this person, that person, this person. And basically, what I did was, long story short, I only did it because I was trying to expand my daycare. You can see my daycare behind me. You can get a little quick view in the HOA. Got some things going on. So the House of Aaron, I was thinking I need to expand. I was thinking I need to get bigger, and I went to the bank. And the bank, I'm like, the bank told me I couldn't get the money to buy this building because I didn't want to rent a building. Because renting a building or leasing a building is like $10,000 a month to run a daycare when you're doing that with a building. So if I'm gonna pay $10,000 a month to pay for electric, to pay for gas, to pay for all this stuff, and then have to pay for the leasing of the building, why not own a building? So I went to try to buy a building for the bank. My credit score was like 740 at the time, and the bank told me no. I'm like, I pay all my bills on time. I haven't had a missed payment since I was like fresh out of college when the deferment went off and I didn't know. So it was like two or three late payments. Even though I paid them, it was like they were late because I didn't know my deferment came off, which I will never ever do again. Going deferment. That's just stupid. My interest is like my loans pretty much doubled because of the interest rate. But that's another story. But the bank told me no. I'm like, I really don't have any debt. I didn't have really any debt at the time. My credit score was great, and they told me no. I'm like, what kind of foolishness is this? But now I am where I am now, and I'm on a journey to say, when I go back, when I find a building for the daycare, I'm gonna pay in cash. It's just that simple. I'm not even gonna mess around. When I find a building that I want for my business, I'm paying in cash. It's gonna be able to do everything I've started with since that I've been building since 2010. 2010, I opened up the daycare in my house, but I didn't open. I stayed in the classroom, was teaching. 2012, my son was born. I had the daycare in the house. I had all the paperwork. I kept doing the inspections. My son was born, and the quotes for daycare was like $330 a week, anywhere between 320 all the way up to like four something a week. And I'm just like, I'm not paying nobody that much money to watch my son eat, sleep, and poop. I would rather have my son be with me. Just like when my daughter was in daycare, I had to get the phone call from the daycare like, oh, she just took her first step. Oh, she's saying her first word. Oh, she doing this. Oh, she doing that. And that hurt. That really hurt. And I said, this not gonna happen again, not for another child. So 2012, August 17th, I quit my job. Went out on faith and said, I'm gonna just have my son home with me. My wife continued to work. She could continue to do her work. Next thing you know, Dawkins G showed up with his son, and another friend from school showed up with their daughter, and then some more friends showed up, and I've been full ever since I opened. So fast forward to today, child number three is on their way now. So I just figured child number three wasn't in the making when I decided to make my journey to make money online. Is it's been a nice ride. I mean, started off shaky. My good credit score has now went into the dumpster. My that big high credit score is gone down. So that 700 plus credit score is now gone. I'm down in the sixes somewhere. $20,000 wasted on people that really wasn't ready for business, and that's why I'm trying to warn everybody about. You can't force somebody into business. If it's not for them, it's not for them, and you can't make it for them. I paid for, I don't know, like 70 plus people to get in the four corners to try to get myself up to level six, and I even signed people up for those people, which was the worst mistake I ever made. Because I had the
Yeah.
whole thing put together. I was like, all right, everybody, on this date, everybody go pay for four people. I pay for all of you guys. I pay for all 78 of you. You just gotta go pay for four people. It's $18 a piece. You pay for four people to get in. We gonna see where the chips fall. Not a single one person out of 78 people did it after I did it for them. So it's that beginner's advice. You can't do it for anyone. You can't do it for anyone. They have to want to do it for themselves. So that's the key point for right now. And if Dawkins G wants to say anything, I'm gonna let him talk. I'm gonna go into screen share mode, turn off my camera, and I'm gonna go get ready to track my progress. You know how I do.
Well, yeah, I think one of the lessons learned from that, when you do it for people, um, they don't perceive the value in it. If it doesn't cost them anything, then their motivation to make it grow or really turn it into a business, their reason why would have to come from you also. And I think that we dropped the ball. We sponsored a bunch of people. I did as well at first. Maybe not as many as you did. You were on fire, buddy. Um, but as you offer people an opportunity, they have to see themselves in it. You can't see it for them. And so I think we learned that lesson. But then also, it also moved us to find opportunities where recruiting someone will be more of a bonus. It's not really required. And I know Four Corners, um, the you want to help people, and Four Corners is definitely an opportunity to help the people around you increase their finances, but they have to see the vision and they have to do the work. It's not a get rich quick kind of scheme. It's not a sit around and do nothing and get paid. You actually have to promote the opportunity and learn your product, learn the business, learn the skills that are required in order to promote or market any opportunity, not just Four Corners, but anything that you're gonna get involved with. It goes into business, and let's say you open a restaurant, you only gonna invite your friends and family to come and eat.
No.
You're gonna market that restaurant to everybody in that area. Same thing with any network marketing program. It's the same thing with any revenue sharing program. Any way you're gonna make money online, even if you're on ClickBank, you got a great ClickBank opportunity and nobody sees it, you're not gonna make any money.
That's correct. I mean, the object of the game is you're in a lead generation business, and the thing the reason why they call it leads is you're looking for leaders. You're not looking for somebody who just standing around trying to what they do. I
Trying
don't.
to hit the power.
Huh?
They trying to hit the Powerball.
Right. So they trying to get paid off your talent. It's like I hate to bring it up, but Straight Outta Compton just came on a DVD, and their manager, that dude Jerry, he was mooching off of them. Like they did everything. They had all the talent, they did all the work, and he got paid. And that's what people are looking for, but that's not how it works in real life.
And there's a major difference between prospecting and network marketing. A lot of different opportunities that I've joined and got burned. But I did learn a lot, so I can't really say it was totally useless. But there's a major difference between prospecting and marketing. Prospecting is you choose the person that you're going to talk to about the opportunity and try to sell them. Where marketing is you have the opportunity and you just put it everywhere so that the people who want it can find you. Totally different approach.
Now, that's deep right there. It's you want you want to make sure that the people who are getting it actually want it. It's putting something that's like if you buy me, let's see, what's that gift that you buy me a fruit cake for Christmas? You can put it in my hand, but I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it. Like it's not going to happen. I'm just going to hold on to it. I'll be grateful, but it's not going to do anything except
If
for
you
get old on this counter.
if you wait long enough, you might get it back next Christmas.
So it's you got to put it in the hands of people who want it, who's going to cherish it. I was thinking about earlier today. I was thinking about Lord of the Rings. It's like this is precious. This is precious to me. This is precious to me because of where it could potentially take me and take my family, and what it could do and what it unlocks for me. It unlocks the opportunity that my daycare has a capacity of 8. My online business have unlimited capacity. That's that earning potential right there. You want to chime in on that note?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, this is part of my tagline. Every time I sign my signature on all my emails or any post that I put up, it's learn, lead, and leverage. First, you have to learn the skills that's necessary. You learn the opportunity you're in, learn your product. Just learn your business, what it is you're doing. Second is you're going to lead, meaning you're going to lead the people who are also interested in the results that you're getting, making money online, maybe even helping other people. A lot of people, they're in opportunities just to be able to say they're doing something. They're not even really in it to make money. But then that's where the leverage comes in. If you if you're in something like Four Corners, it's not just your efforts that you would earn from. You actually earn from the leaders that are on your team as well. So leverage is a lot better because you don't have to do all the work. And then as their team grows, the people under you, as their team grows, they won't be doing all the work. But you benefit. Maybe not as much as the people who are actually going out and building huge teams, but everybody's working together and there's no competition.
Told you guys, I look at that world clock every day for the reason that there's billions of people out here. No one is stepping on nobody else's toes because everybody is not a business person in the world, and everybody is not a business person at the time that they see a business anyway. Because people don't join, as we hear it all the time. People don't join your opportunity the first time they see it. People don't join. People don't want to subscribe to your YouTube channel the first time they see you on YouTube. It takes time after time, day after day, year after year, all that stuff. Some people go 5, 6 years while making money online, but they never give up. And when they do break through, they come into the millions because they never
Yeah.
gave up.
What I found is people don't join opportunities. See,
Right.
nobody ever logs on to Facebook looking for something to purchase. People join leaders. It's the person. They want a mentor. They want somebody that they can count on to tell them step by step how to get through some of these obstacles. They want to learn from the lessons that you've learned, the things that you've done wrong, so that you can warn them so that they don't do that. A lot of people waste money when if they listen to the right mentor, if they took the advice of the right person, they'd have never lost that money.
And that's the hard lesson. That's a hard lesson because your pride can get in the way. Believe me, I felt like I defeated myself many a time, but I had to pull back up based off the people who are around me. The people who are around me are never give up type people. Like Dawkins G, never going to give up. I gotta say, Saul K, Rob Frazier, Frank Calabro Jr., Ian Big, Ari McAbee, Rodney Stokes, like these people don't give up. They don't give up on their mission. So that's why I keep looking toward these people because they never going to stop. They're never going to quit. And no matter what comes in front of them, they're gonna find a way around it or through it.
Absolutely. And you actually will gather your own mentors. You may not reach out to the same people that the middle class millionaires reached out to. You may not have the same mentors that I have. You're going to find people that resonate with you, people that believe what you believe, people who are saying the things that you understand. Everybody is not meant to follow every system. If you think you're just going to click on a system and sit back and make money, that's a dream, and it's a wonderful dream.
Yeah, man. It's you're gonna draw the type of people who you're looking for. So that's why I'm trying to change the way I am because I felt like I was being inconsistent. I felt like I was being lazy toward my business, and soon I realized that this is also my business. I mean, I was so focused on the daycare, so focused on this, so focused on that. I have to give it the respect and time that a business actually deserves. I mean, you could do it part time all you want, but it's not for me. I mean, I was doing it part time and I wasn't seeing the results I was expecting, but that's because I had the wrong expectations. And once you change your mindset, it's a whole different story for you.
Absolutely. But there's a lot of people out there that are willing to work. They just don't know what to do. And
Right.
that's fair. That's human. That's just the reality of it. You want to put in the effort, but you don't know where to focus your energy. Well, if you listen to people like the middle class millionaire, if you watch what he imitate, I'll be coming out soon with my step by step training. Um, and I know we legally we're going to tell you that the results are not guaranteed or results are not typical, but I'm looking for people what I'm doing. Do what I'm telling you to do. Trust me, the results are there. I'm only doing something that somebody else has told me. And the reason I'm listening to them is because they have the results that I want. So as long as you're promoting yourself and the opportunities that you believe in, I love Frank, but I'm gonna put Frank Calabro's video on my website. I'm gonna create my own video, and me and Frank are gonna promote this opportunity together. You see?
Right. Yeah, you was breaking up here and there, but hopefully it don't come through on a recording. But yeah, man, you got to do stuff. This is what I was struggling with, and that's why I do what I do now. That's why I do this Monday through Friday. Is I want to discover my voice. Like, where's my voice? Where does the company resonate with me? How do I embody the company in my way? Not the way everybody else is doing it. Sure, I pick up things here and there for them, but how do I make it? How do I tailor make it for me And that's one of the biggest things I teach is tailor making the business for the individual. That's like everybody has different needs, everyone has different expectations, and everybody want different outcomes. Like I told you, I go by middle class millionaire because guess what? I don't need $1 million to live like a millionaire. All I need to be is debt free. If I'm debt free, I can do anything I want. And so that's for me. That's not for you. That's for me to do that with. I mean, if you want $1 million, like let's see, my goal for 2016, I don't need $1 million, but one of my goals is to have $1 million company. Have my businesses gross $1 million. That means the daycare, along with the moon bounce, along with the books, along with the online marketing stuff. That need to be $1 million. I mean, I know what it does. I know how to make $1 million. Making $1 million is easiest. 2,750 packs on Traffic Monsoon. I showed you guys that the other night. 2,750 packs makes you $1 million business owner, and you grossing $100,000 into your pocket. But if you have the other component, which is my at referral goal is 200 people, but I want all of them to at least be buying 50, buying a pack a day, having earning $50 a day. That way, that they earning some money every single week. And if those 200 people are buying at least one pack a day, that's $1,000 a day. So if I have 2,750 packs for a year, along with 200 people buying one pack a day for a year, that's 400. That's 400 plus thousand. That's $465,000 actually.
Mm.
And that makes you top 1%. That makes you a top 1% person in the world because it's only like 385,000 to be top 1% money holder in the world. I think that's
Now,
a real attainable goal, man. I think it's a real obtainable. That's for me. I think that's a short goal because I want to go on. You know.
attainable. You set smaller goals and work your way up. But one of the things I wanted to say, in any business, as you learn about money, $1 million in sales is nice, but $1 million in profit is better.
Right.
We can sell a million books, but if we only make $1 per book, and $1 million in our pocket, but we sold a million books at $30 a piece. What happened to the other $29 million?
Hey,
That's the difference between sales versus profits.
and that's why I was trying to tell people like it's a good hook to have on your coat rack to say $1 million business owner. Yeah, your
Yes, indeed.
business
That's
your
the
business
first
earns
step.
$1 million, right? First you gotta have something that gains that earns $1 million, and then you gotta go figure out how can you have $1 million.
Right.
So
So you got a goal for $3,000 a day. $3,000 a day times 365 days a year, and you should be at just over $1 million.
yeah, but it start with the first step. First step is I either gotta get 200 referrals or I need to get the 2,750 packs. That means that every my efforts is worth $1 million. But then that's when I figure out how do I use my money knowledge to make that money that I have bring back $1 million to me.
Mm.
And that's what we're trying to
And
get.
it's
That's what we're trying to do together. That's why we're asking people to ask the questions to say, hey, how can you make that million? How can you make it $1 million?
it's tax season right now. I know everybody's probably preparing their paperwork and everything to get to their accountants and all of that. Another goal that I've set for myself, I want to be able to pay $1 million in taxes for one
Right.
year. And be like, "Dad, you must be crazy. Why would you want to pay $1 million in taxes? If I'm paying $1 million in taxes, think about how much money I took home that year.
Right.
So
That's cake.
don't think of it as a bad thing. It's gauged or based on your income. So if you're paying more in taxes, well, one, you probably need another accountant, but percentages. $1 million is only a percentage of what you actually brought in.
Yeah, man. I mean, what you think Bill and Warren and all them guys are, and the Mark Cubans of the world? What you think they doing? And they not sitting around. They not sitting around letting them say, "Well, look, I'm gonna put this in the bank, and I'm only gonna pay myself off the interest it make." No, they out there. They still out there hustling. They still out there grinding. They not sitting around working with that old money. They collecting new money every day, every week.
Yeah,
So
Warren Buffett just had uh not long ago, and he made a statement that he's not retired. If anybody in the world could retire, worry about never have to worry about anything. He had his birthday. What was it? August the 30th, I think it was. This guy's 85 years old. He recently released a statement. He's not even thinking about retiring, and nobody else should think about retiring either. One of the richest men in America.
right, I ain't gonna retire, but I'm gonna be working more efficiently.
Now, the work that he has to do purely optional. When you get billions of dollars, it's purely optional. I can't imagine him really doing anything strenuous. But this is Warren Buffett. He's one out of 300 million Americans. What are your chances? You got to start somewhere. But if you never get started, you won't even you'll never get halfway there. So
Right, and that's what we building here, man. We building up for long term. I'm not in quick for the quick buck to jump in, jump out. I'm not looking for it to happen overnight. I'm looking for something that I keep on telling people. I'm gonna buy that land. I'm gonna build that house. I'm gonna make a gated community named after my family. Donald Trump did something marvelous on his one of his properties that he have, but this one is gonna be almost compound like. It's gonna have that big gate. You key in there. You coming on the Johnson Way. That's my last name. You coming on the Johnson Way to get up in that thing, and the biggest house right in the middle with the lake behind it. That's the Johnson house, and then you gonna have the other branches of my family around the circle in their own courts, like Hillway or Hill Court and Wilson Court, and it's going it's gonna go like that. I mean, I'm not thinking. I'm thinking that this is gonna be something when I leave. The stuff that I'm setting up is when I leave. Not I'm gonna benefit from it, but my great great grandchildren gonna benefit from it. They might
right.
start like the everything is gonna be mapped out and drawn out, and I expect nothing less than my family to do to want to take it to the next level. Because I'm doing it this way, but my brother is doing it another way. We in competition. We have a similar goal, but we're in competition to get there first, and that's what we're trying to instill in our children. Yeah, but now I got an upper hand because I have a third child. See, he only got two children working. he only got he only got two children working, and they both girls. And I got my oldest girl who's smart as ever. And now I have two boys that's gonna be doing some heavy lifting out here. So I just feel like I'm in the lead right now. I feel like I'm in the lead. He's in the lead money wise, but production wise, I'm definitely in the lead. Yeah,
Well, you got to know the only person who's going to beat you is yourself.
that's it.
The only person you're competing with. There's nobody else that I'm trying to outdo except the person I was last year. As long as I'm increasing my income, as long as I'm bettering my character, myself, I feel like I'm winning the game. I'm beating the person I was. I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, with my brother, with my brother is like we in two different lanes, and that's what make it that much better. That because like I said, everybody can't live like that. Everybody not into that. I live off of competition. I mean, we've been in sports our entire life, and we compete, and even though we're in two different areas, and it's actually motivating because you can connect with anybody, and you can connect with anybody on any level. It transcends, and it's going to go beyond whatever you think. Because I respect the grind. I respect the grind, not even the outcomes really. I like to keep on grinding, and that's why I challenge myself. That's when I challenge myself to get consistent. That's why 11 o'clock I'm coming down them steps. Like it's time to get on. It's time to get on and make this video and track my progress. And I even started throwing in some Saturday and Sunday pictures because of the fact that I I can't do it. I can't just sit there and sit back when I'm available. It's gonna happen.
And that's actually a principle. I don't know if you stumbled on it by accident, but you want to do something every day. Every single there should be at least one thing that you do that makes progress towards your goals, towards your dreams. Even if it's just tracking how far you've come since yesterday. You have to sit down and take that time out to track your progress. If you only made 25 cents, you know what kind of day that was. That was a 25-cent day. But tomorrow it might be $400. That's a much better. Now, can we improve upon that and make more than $400 the next day? Even if it's just tracking the progress. You're on vacation, you haven't really done anything in your business, you haven't promoted anything. That's fine. You know what kind of day that's going to be. It'll be
Right.
another 25 days, but you enjoyed your family. You had the time to take off and go to the soccer game or go to, the school play. You were able to do some things with your family that, you work so hard, you enjoy yourself. But please know, you're going to keep having 25-cent days until you get back to work. You can't just leave. This is a long-term, lifelong, this is a different lifestyle. Making money online, you have to be committed to changing your ways. If you don't change, then nothing else will change. It starts by taking action. You got to do something, and this is what we've done. With Traffic Monsoon, Fort Ed Pays, with Triple Threat. There's other opportunities out there. I don't really think it matters. Of course, you want to get into something that the numbers have to make sense. Product has to make sense to you. Something that you can promote and feel good about. Uh, but at the same time, sit there and keep looking at these videos, keep watching the Middle Class Millionaire, you keep looking at Dawkins G ads, and you never take that step to get involved, you never risk anything, then you will be 1 year from now, you'll be exactly where you are right now.
Right. I mean, and you brought up a great point that you gotta be doing something every single day, and I think that's part of the reason that Traffic Monsoon and the other revenue sharing programs do it the way they do it. I mean, forget regulators and all the other stuff, because they have the option to turn off. They have the option to turn it off that you don't have to watch the 10 ads a day. But they want you to do something. They want you to do something, not just sit there, not just sit back, but be involved in putting your own eyeballs on it every day instead of trying to bring everybody else eyeball to it. You got to look at it every day as well. And just real fast, the for yesterday, since yesterday to today, $444, which is a great number, and 88 cents, or $18.53 an hour for 24 hours. That's for a 24-hour period. Um, I just had to get an update. I'm real ecstatic about it because I'm looking forward to the
Can
future.
you tell me? Can you
Huh?
tell me what job out there is paying 20? Can you tell me what job out there is paying 24 hours a day?
Unless you're on the clock 24 hours a day, you're not getting paid that 24 hours a day.
Right.
and I punched in by watching my 10 ads. And even though this is sweet, even though it's sweet, guess what? I'm still gonna say Trevor Monsoon not for everybody either. Is it fits my needs, and that's why you always have to be evaluating what's for you and what's not for you. I mean, if you don't have the passion, guess what? You need to stay away from it. If you don't have that
Very true.
passion, because like I be writing down the notes. What you say?
I will say this: if you never do anything stretch you that feels like it's over your head, you hear somebody say they're in over their head. If you never get in over your head, you never know how tall you are.
Yeah,
And
that's the
I think I'm
facts.
pretty tall. I done got into a lot of stuff.
I mean, that's simple facts right there. So I mean, I heard it today when I was on Saul's call earlier today. He was just asking people the qualifying questions, and it's similar. Like my questions were also so similar to myself when I got started, and it's similar to the process I do when I walk people through. Uh, when I walk people through the process of, okay, what do I do next? When people reach out to me and ask me what do I do next, I ask them something similar to this: is like, what's your monthly goal? Like, how much you want to make every month? How much? If you just here for extra money, what's that number? I mean, you have to know. Cause you, why walk through blindly? Why go through while actually having some kind of idea of what you want? I mean, it started off what I wanted was I just wanted extra money, a little bit of extra money every week. Uh, Probably like, well, I think my initial goal was $150 a week, just to cover like Darren, because my son, being that he's my child, and he takes up a space in the daycare. I can't bring in another child to get that revenue. So I wanted to replace my children taking up a space in the daycare. So the capacity is 8, and 2 of the children are mine. That means my top number is only off of 6 children. So I want to replace them, and it just went on from there. Just kept going
And
up.
for me, it was about more than money. So, we set goals, we set numbers that we want to make, but if it's just about money, it'll never be enough.
Never be enough.
They ask me, how much do you want to get paid? The answer is more than I'm getting right now, whatever it is, right? But when I saw the four corners out, for one, I saw a chance that the people around me make money, and that
Yeah.
was that was why I paid forward.com, FOR and the number 4 WARD.com. If you don't have $18, you can go right to that website and get started.
I mean, that's part of my later questions. I mean, like I said, my monthly goal of how much I want to do. That's why I was doing it to replace what my daycare would be losing, or I wanted to see the full potential of my daycare at capacity because that's one of my passions is my business. And then because I was in the business mindset and I was thinking about replacing the income that I lose from having my children take up spaces in the daycare, it made me think about like what's my budget. So I start off with what's my monthly goal that I'm trying to reach money wise, and then I went into what's my budget, like how much am I going to start with? Because this is a business. The faster you realize this is not a hobby, but you're actually buying a business that's going to represent you. Forget the companies that you're promoting. As we said it earlier today, people join people. So if people are joining people, what represents you? You want to represent yourself. That's why you need to have a budget out there because I could change whatever I promote, but I can't change my reputation as a business person. It takes a long time to build up a good reputation as a business person. So that's why you need to set your budget because you want to come into it as this is an actual business. I need to have a budget. I can't go into McDonald's and say, this is my McDonald's now as a franchise. It's not going to work. You gotta come to the table with some money, or you gotta have a plan to work with little to no money to build your way up, and that eventually becomes your budget. So that's when you come into the second part. So you talk about your monthly goal and what's your budget, and then you gotta have your timeline. Like when do you expect to hit that goal? Like what's the timeline? How long can I maintain this budget? When you write a business plan, and that's another thing. Most people don't have not written a business plan before. The business plans normally project 3 to 5 years down the line. That's where the idea of the 4-year millionaire came in. Is that when I found a business that really called to me, connected to me, which was Traffic Monsoon, it was about to be a year that it had been around. Now I gave this company 5 years to be around, even though they're setting up themselves to be around a lot longer. The 4-year millionaire came as I'm in. It's about to turn 1 years old. I got four. I have that mean I have 4 strong years because I'm sure their business plan covered their first 5 years. I have 4 strong years to get myself in position to do what I need to do. So my timeline to reach all my goals and to pull out what I need to pull out is that 4 years. I'm about to hit 1 year next month on February 24th, 2016. That'll be my 1 year. So then I go into number four is you got something to say?
Oh no, I just wanted to say that like your profits, your earnings are being compounded. So people may look at your numbers right now and they say, well, you're going to be a millionaire in 4 years, but you're only at this level after a whole year. Well, you got to understand the momentum behind compound earnings with Traffic Monsoon. When you repurchase your ad packs, when you purchase more ad packs, they actually increase the earning. And so as you continue to grow, so does how quickly you earn money. So you'll be earning even more every year.
Yeah. And on top of that, that with you buying that advertising, everything else you do on the side, you promote with the advertising packages you buy. I mean, you buying into Traffic Monsoon, but you're buying advertisement ultimately. I mean, what's the where is it? I know I wrote it down somewhere in here. Go through my notes. I mean, they have uh, the advantages of Traffic Monsoon is you could you don't have to buy something before you start selling things on Traffic Monsoon. So some people come there just to sell their product. I mean, then you have the cash links, so you can earn money from the cash links. Uh, if your referrals or people who you bring in, they don't have to buy packs. They could just watch cash links and you can still earn the money. And then you also have all those quality services because everybody everywhere. I mean, I've seen Samsung, I've seen Sony, I have seen some big time, like some big market people, some big market businesses advertising on Traffic Monsoon. I mean, but I also seen myself advertise on Traffic Monsoon. Someone with a little budget. I've seen, like I said, Samsung and Sony. They got baller budgets. They could just say, "I look, I just want to buy a whole bunch of traffic and send it to my site." Me, I sell my books. Yes, both my books have become top seller children's books on Amazon. But I still need to advertise that stuff. And then you have the you can earn without referring, which is an advantage. That even with a little to no referrals, you still earn money if you know the system. That's by doing the some people do the 5 and 2, the 91.9, or just getting 10% or less. Which brings me back to those qualifiers. I'm gonna review them one more time. Your monthly goal, what's your budget, what's the timeline, and how your budget going to work. Uh, how much time you're going to put into the business, which, as you can see, I give it at least this hour every night and probably 2 hours a day based off the fact that I post a couple times out the day. I watch my ads more than once a day, and I'm on here for at least an hour and a half or whatever, wrapping up to put my videos out there, just trying to add the value to the people. Which brings me to the last point is, remember I used to teach before daycare. I used to teach uh, elementary all the way up to high school, special education. And one of those things that you get in reading class all the time is they ask you the who, what, when, where, how. Who, what, when, where, and how. But then I add on the why. And know when you can actually start off with that. Before you get into the business, you gotta say who, what, when, where, how, and why. And that'll answer everything else for you. I mean, look what happened. Let me tell you like this. Whoever hit that Powerball, if they not if they not educated financially, they're gonna be in the welfare line in a couple of years. I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, look at most of these people who are professional athletes and stuff without the proper training. You look at, I'll take example, Drew Bledsoe. Now, Drew Bledsoe didn't expect Tom Brady, someone who was drafted 199. Like, I don't like neither one of these guys. I'm Baltimore Ravens all day. But you look at the Patriots, you look at Tom Brady's story. He was drafted so late. Drew Bledsoe drafted early rounds. He was doing good. He got hurt, went down. Tom Brady took his job. Drew Bledsoe is smart. So when Drew Bledsoe lost his money, he didn't go back and try to wash out another team. He went to Washington State, where he's from. He bought a whole bunch of land. He was smart with his money. He started making wine. Now he's retired NFL player. He's making wine, and he's getting money off of that wine. You take average unprepared athlete. You take like a let's see, who can who can I pick on? Oh no, I'll go with another sport. Riddick Bowe, Riddick Bowe, DMX, people like that. People who had a whole bunch of money in their lifetime. DMX, respect the dude. He humbled himself and picked up a job at IHOP just to get the money. But DMX working at an IHOP, he DMX. Riddick Bowe. Now Riddick Bowe has been known to be in the Baltimore area, in the Maryland area. His heavyweight championship belt was in a pawn shop. A pawn shop. Come on now, you was the heavyweight champion in the world. You got your belt in the pawn shop, dude. It's oh, Dawkins G, come save me before I go on the rant.
Oh no, I was just going to give you another example. Bjorn Borg, incredible tennis athlete, uh, and his trophies on them so he could get money. Of course, that story has a happy ending. That somebody went and bought them all back and actually just gave them back to him. But yeah, if you don't have any financial literacy, there's no need for you. Well, I say no need for you having money, but and his money will soon part. And the one person who echoed that or reiterated that for me um, was Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins boxed well into his 40s. Um, getting punched in the head for a living don't sound like something very attractive, but he made a lot of money, and he's actually done some smart things with his money. A lot of people don't realize Bernard Hopkins don't ever have to box again, and he's still gonna be paid.
Right. I mean, that's why Oscar De La Hoya said, I'm gonna make Golden Boy, because why not get paid off of what I do and what I love?
Hmm.
I mean, you think Magic Johnson didn't buy the cure for HIV? I mean, that man, he knew what he was doing. Even if he don't know, he hired the right people to know. I need to go ahead and buy this movie theater. I need to go ahead and buy this team. He bought a baseball team. He's a basketball player. I mean, his financial advisors that he hired, top of the line.
Well, one thing I can say, the best hiring decision I ever made was hiring my own money to go to work for me.
Right. There it is. I got George lined all the way up. People worried about Benjamin. You better watch out for George. George is on the way. George is making it happen. Forget
Just
Benjamin.
slipping through your fingers. You'll never get to Benjamin.
Yeah. If you don't have enough Georges to go holler at Benjamin, it's never gonna work for you. Ain't all about the Benjamin's baby around here. I'm pinching the dollar, pinching the mess out that dollar. Because guess what? I bet you I can make more sales if I charge $1 than if I charge $100.
I just want people to understand, even with uh, traffic monsoon and other revenue sharing opportunities, uh, people like to use the word invest. You're not investing. You're actually buying traffic. You're purchasing a product. You're buying traffic packages. You participate in the revenue sharing part of the program when you purchase the ad packs. A lot of people get it in their mind that they're investing and that they can lose their investment. The traffic is where the value is. Your banner ads and the things that you put into the traffic engine are just like everybody else's. You join Traffic Monsoon and you putting Traffic Monsoon banners up, and everybody else in Traffic Monsoon is putting the same banners up. Imagine what's the difference?
Right.
Somebody to be in Traffic Monsoon looking to join Traffic Monsoon. So don't be surprised if they're not doing well. We got some other inside information that maybe help you out on how to properly market your business, even in these traffic engines. I'm noticing that a lot of people, majority of the people who've joined these different traffic exchanges and revenue sharing programs, they have no clue how to market their business. So those are some of the things that you would follow leadership for. What would make you stand out? What would make you different from everybody that's in triple threat? What's going to make you different from everybody that's in my paying ads? What's going to make you different? Help you to stand out and become a leader in your particular business. That's the
Yeah.
information we
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't walk into the barbershop because it got a wacky, waveable, inflatable flailing on tube man out there. I walk into the barbershop because I know who my barber is. I mean, I need to go visit him. Yes, I'm missing them. Yes, I am. But and I don't go into I go to places that I like. I'm not walking into what I mean. I'm not going to talk about food. My mother and her friends watch these videos and they watch the replays because they sleep by now. They watch the replays and they like he always talking about food, but that's what I relate to. I love some food. I might use this money to eventually get me go to culinary college and open up something myself. I mean, you never know what I want to dabble into with the time and the resources.
have. But when you have the finances, money is just options. Like if you have a certain amount of money and you go to a car dealership, options are limited to the amount of money you have.
All right.
The more money you have, the more options. Even when it comes to housing, when it comes to clothing, anything you're gonna purchase, money just gives you options. And you want to go on vacation, look at your balance. You can see how far you can travel because your options are going to be limited to the amount of money you have. So, for me, the goal is to increase the options for my family, increase the options for my team, the people that are following me, the people that I'm doing business with. We're trying to increase our options. Now, we measure it in dollars. But the dollar, money is not what it's about. So you have to pick your why. I know you talked about the who, what, where, when, and why. Why drives everything else. You have to be involved in something that you're passionate about, something something that you can enjoy, because it's too easy to quit. It's too hard. You're going to quit if you're not committed to it.
Mhm.
Looking at websites every day doesn't sound like something difficult to do. Some people don't want to be bothered. So after a couple of weeks, they're not surfing ads anymore. So they're not earning the revenue. Happens. It's going to happen. There's gonna be a day when you're not gonna feel like coming down them steps at 11 o'clock to make your video. But you know, you don't. Somebody like myself, I'm looking at your channel every day. I'm gonna be highly upset.
Yeah, man. I'm like, it's a grind. It's a long term hustle. I mean, this day 263, day 263, just in Traffic Monsoon, not the startups and stutter that I had since February. I mean, this day 263 since April. I mean, hey, I'm not going to tell you it's easy. That's plain and simple. It's not. It's not easy. It's not easy to do. I mean, we didn't took up a lot of these people
Yeah.
time. We're
I'm
going to get ready to let them go. Let's go ahead and start closing out. It's on you, Dawkins G.
well, I did want to say I do believe it's easy. Um, the hardest part is changing your mindset. It's your approach to it. It's difficult because you think it's difficult, or because you're making it difficult for yourself. Um, just be consistent, man. I appreciate you having me on, and we'll do it again tomorrow night.
Yeah, man. And as always, I gotta say good night and good morning, and we'll see you tomorrow. This is Aaron Johnson, Mr. Aaron, four-year millionaire, middle class millionaire, and this is Dawkins G. And see you tomorrow. We sign out.